haven't done a video in ages, but I just all of a sudden got the notion to do it. So I'm out on a canal in the Summer Lake Wildlife Management area in Central Oregon, kind of South Central Oregon, and that's the Winter Ridge. Over here is, in that direction, is Fremont Point. That's where the Cascades end. And this is a little canal that's quite a tributary where they push water around all these ponds and lakes that you might see as I make a slow pan here out towards the sun's going to set here any minute. This is January 19th, I think it is. And of course there's ponds everywhere out here. And there's not a single sign of goose or snow geese or swans or anything right now. But it's kind of the lull before the storm, because snow geese do come in February, as well as the tundra swans heading back north. They've been in here on their way down and now they've gone somewhere else, but there's open water everywhere, so open water means they can scatter out. And anyway, I came from this way, which is the old river ranch, where it's now owned by the Fish and Wildlife, Oregon State Fish and Wildlife. Oh, I hear some geese. But a guy had his decoys set up out here. There, I just flew overhead as a ring-necked duck. Maybe that was a goose call, who knows? Anyway. Yeah, that sounds like a goose call. If I can't be fooled, how can the geese be fooled? I'm looking northeast in the Summer Lake Valley. I'm at the River Ranch. Nobody calls it that anymore. It was the ranch that was owned and run by Bill Kittredge, who was the grandfather of William Kittredge, who was a famous American environmentalist writer. And that would be a title of some ignominy in these parts, but nonetheless, it may tie a name to the place. It's been owned by the Oregon Fish and Wildlife for many, many years. And I'm just going to pan across this little valley looking north. This is the refuge part where a lot of snow geese in the fall hang out. There's not hardly a waterfowl left here right now. But it is a fairly warm, although not warm, late January day. And you can see there's an awful lot of land out here. And of course at times it will be filled up with waterfowl. Hunters like to position themselves here to hope to catch snow geese flying nearby, or even Canada geese. If you look directly as I move here in the middle of the frame now, my house is right under that far butte. I am out on the river walking. I don't know why, just to be out, I guess. It was sunny and it's nice to be out. But it's about 2 days after the hunting season is ended, so there's not a living soul out here. Here's a little river that goes through, and it's got all kinds of water put out from it. But then this little meadow out here is the old River Ranch hay meadows, which they still hay. But it's the Fish and Wildlife. Maybe they sell the hay, I'm not sure. But it's a lot of land. So as I pan around here, you're going to see off in the distance, that's Paisley, Oregon. That's the south. Then you go this way, and then you see this Winter Ridge, and it sticks up about maybe 4,000 feet up into the Cascades. And it's all lava rock and cave-in lava rock, and it's been burned off so many times. It used to have forest on it, but in recent years it's had a lot of forest fires. Then you go around there and you see that little squaw butte off in the distance, which is like a cinder cone. Then you see these other lava buttes going this way. And then you come around here and there's more lava buttes out that way. And then Diablo's coming up. That's the River Ranch barn in the picture. And there's Diablo, and that's a pretty high desert mountain ridge. And there's lava rocks in there. And there's lava rocks everywhere, big boulders of lava rocks. And on the side, and then also in the rocks, even on the north side high up, you'll find little fossilized fish skeletons in the rocks. So it's pretty easy to believe that this whole valley was a inland sea at one time. And I don't know, maybe even when the Indians were here, it's hard to tell. And then it dried back, but there's still lots of water under the ground, artesian wells and springs, etc. But my theory, after looking at it and thinking about it, we're sitting in one big giant caldera. I have no doubts about it. This is the mouth of an enormous volcano that probably blew the top off of a very, very large mountain. When? I don't know. But can't be that long ago. I mean, it could be before man was on Earth. But because look at these mountains, and I'll zoom in. I mean, they just look like the side of a volcano. So it can't be that long ago. Anyway, in the great scheme of things. So if you look here, you'll see that the river it's set where there's little outlets to flood all that grassland down below me in the picture here, and it's flooding a long ways and filling everything up with low level water, and then pretty soon the tundra swans and the snow geese will coming back in on their way north and set down in here in this water and grass and eat away, get energy for their long trip north. This canary grass on either side of the road, on both sides of the road, running along the river, it makes a great little camo area, hide, blind for shooting ducks and geese. I don't do it, but it's a kind of a natural hide. And some of this canary grass is over 10 feet high. That's pretty dang high for grass. Well, the sun is shining right at us, so it's kind of a fuzzy picture, but that tree has got a great horned owl in it. And I'm just going to walk towards it and maybe it'll fly. I think I'm going to turn off the video. Well, the owl flew, and what he does is he flies low right over the river with all this tall canary grass concealing him, and he just keeps going down the river, wending his way around it all the way back to the barn at the River Ranch, where he'll either perch on the top of the barn or go in it through the hayloft. And there are a few trees around the barn too.